Today, we're going to be talking about how to write a business plan. Now, a lot of times what happens is we go on different search engines and we find the outline for the business plan, but we're challenged in terms of what do we put into each section. And that is what I want to talk to you about today. I am going off the assumption that you probably have received a template before. So somebody said, oh, you need a business plan. You went on Google, you found the outline, and now you need a little bit of help in understanding what each section means. And that is what I'm going to be walking you through today. So a business plan is your plan. I'm going to be showing you an outline, but it's your plan. It's your business. So therefore, there's no wrong or right way to document it. Once you're doing your business plan, what I think it allows you to do is to be very clear in your mind why you're in this business and some of the other parts of the business that you would think of that you would normally think through. Because you are writing it down, it makes a difference. So I'm going to be sharing with you some of the areas that comes in the business plan and how I think you can document it. So how to write a business plan. Now, first thing I'm going to cover is, why do I need a business plan? Like, what's the reason for it? This document tells a story about your business. It shows that you are serious about business. So when you meet somebody and they're like, hey, you know, you're talking to them and they're like, maybe they want to partner with you. Do you have a business plan? It doesn't seem as if it's something that you just sat and thought of and you're just waking up and just doing it, but it shows that you're really serious about your business. You're really serious about the growth of your business. And so that is what it also says, you know, about you. It allows you to communicate what your business is about with anyone. You may not have the time to talk to them. You may not even get in the room to talk to them. But the fact that you have this documented, you know what, I'm thinking about going in business with you. You have a document that you can easily just send over to somebody and they can read it to understand. And it allows you to think through everything clearly. So I said before, you know, you may not have thought about the fact that you need a marketing plan, but the fact that you're doing your business plan, you start thinking through a little bit deeper, right? So I jumped ahead, but we're going to be talking about why you need a business plan, what are the elements in the plan, and the uses of the plan. So now we're going to go to the elements of the business plan. Now you provide an overview of your company. I'm sure you would have seen this. This overview tells people who you are and why you are in business. What value do you bring to the market? You know, what is so unique about this product or service that you're offering? So in your product overview, you may say things like when you started, what made you start in the first place, the lives that you're planning to impact. So this now makes your business human. You know, where you'll be talking about the tangible benefits that you're providing, but, you know, you talk about the fact that I started giving financial advice because I realized that there was a gap in my community, or you name it. You know, you talk about why it is that you are in business and make the reader get to know and connect with you on a personal level. And what are the values? You know, you want to be known as an honest company, someone with integrity, an inclusive company, you name it. You put all of that there. Humanize your business and yourself. Then you want to talk about the problem or opportunity. Now, what problem are you solving? You realize that there's a gap in financial education. You realize that maybe persons are afraid to go and speak to their financial advisor in the bank because they don't understand the jargons, or they have a fear of being judged. You realize that persons who need accounting services also need financial management services. So I'm not just providing your financials when it's time for you to file your taxes, but I'm giving it to you on a monthly basis and in a way that you can read and understand what's in it. No, there might be an opportunity. We may not have said it. You think about our phones and what our phones have allowed us to do. We never went out and said to them, hey, I would like to have a camera on my phone, or I would like to have a full screen on my phone instead of having a keypad. It's getting information and getting feedback that you realize that, you know what, this is an opportunity that nobody has really seen. I probably can take advantage of it. So you can be solving a problem, or you can be just providing an opportunity, filling that gap for an opportunity that we're not even sure that we need, right? The next thing is, and remember, you have an outline of your business plan. This is now just explaining to you what it looks like and what does a story look like. When you think about what you're writing in your business plan, sometimes it feels very academic and it can feel like, oh, this is way over my head. Yes, I do encourage you, if it's not your thing, to get somebody to help you to write it. However, I want you to think that this is something that is telling your story. So even when you're giving that information to the person who you've consulted to write your business plan for you, you know what to expect and you know what to give them. So you would have indicated who you are, humanize yourself and your business, stated the problem or the opportunity, and know, what am I offering? Now that I've seen this problem, what am I now going to offer to solve that problem? What does it look like? And remember, you don't have to name it. You can just easily say, what am I going to do to solve this financial gap that I see? I'm going to be not only providing my customers with information about ways in which they can save or invest their funds, but I'm going to also help them to find the different instruments that they're going to be investing in. I just gave an accounting example. So if it is that I'm going to be helping my customers to complete their financial statements, I am also going to be giving them projections and helping them to stay on track of their targets. You don't have to name it like Michelle & Co. or Michelle Financial Services Limited. We're not there yet. If you have already started your business though, and you are here, go ahead and put what it is that you offer. But right here is a description of your offer. It's a description of your product. It's a description of your service. And you're now able to provide that information to somebody who wants to know, okay, what does Michelle & Co. do? By the way, it's Success Bizness Club, but just using that as an example. The next thing you might see is you want to talk about your customers. So we're telling a story. The story is, who am I? You know, what is it about my business? It's what problem or opportunity am I solving? What am I offering to solve this problem? And then who am I going to be offering it to? So who are my customers? And be very specific when you talk about your customers. Talk about their age, their gender, their income, because you're making it clear that you know who you're going after. You're making clear to yourself as well, because maybe when you thought of this, you're like, oh, I probably will serve everybody, but no, there is a special group of persons that you're serving, and you want to be very clear when you talk about your customers, who these people are. How will I communicate with them? Telling the story. You know who it is you're serving. Now you want to know, how will you communicate with them? To communicate with them, you first need to know them. So that is why the previous step is very, very important. You want to know what they're thinking, feeling, and doing. And I say this because I want persons, especially in the service industry, to think through when I'm giving an offer. So if I'm serving busy moms, I am not going to be giving them an offer for something that they need to be doing at 8 o'clock in the morning, you know, because they're busy. They're getting their kids ready for school. They're taking care of the house. You know, so therefore, when you know who you are serving and you're packaging what you're offering, there isn't a friction between the two, because you are now very, very clear. I hope this is making sense for you. If you're watching on repeat, go ahead and say something in the chat. How will I communicate with them? Will you be marketing? Will you be using social media? Will it be emails? Will it be in person? Am I going to go around to different business places and drop pamphlets off? Say exactly what you're going to be doing. And I say this because I want you to remember that your business plan is not something that is going to be high above your head, that when you read it, you're going, whose business is this? No, your business plan is supposed to be so clear that anybody can take it up and read and understand what it is that you do. What dollar amount am I expecting to generate? This is now your financial projections. If you're going into business, you're either going in to make money for a profit or a non-profit. Say exactly what that is. You need to know where your efforts are going to be focused, and who and what and where. So know what your numbers are. And when you're doing your business plan, you don't, maybe this number is not a number that you're sure that you can attain, but this is your target. So go ahead and write it down. When you're working through your action plan, now that is where you will kind of refine whether or not this number will work, it won't work, and then you can come back and edit where you see fit. How will I generate this money? This is now your marketing and your sales strategy. Now you would have stated how much money you want to earn. Now you're going to be talking about, what am I going to be doing? Okay, I'm going to be doing lives, and I'm going to invite persons to come on and join, and then I'm going to offer them my services. I'm going to be offering a free book, and in the book, at the end of the book, I want persons to scan, and I want them to ask me to offer the service. I'm going to partner with somebody, you name it. There are different things that you're able to do, but this is where you're going to be very clear on what those steps are. And because it's your overall strategy, you may not need to get down to every single item, but give the reader an overall synopsis of what your sales approach is going to be. If your approach is generally going to be an online service, you can just make that very clear. I'm going to be targeting clients through the use of, and you list how you're going to be targeting your clients. And that now gives an idea, because your business plan is not going to be very long. So you just want to give an idea of where it is that you're going to be targeting your persons and what your sales plan look like. What systems and tools do I need to meet my target? No, remember, we're telling a story, and I hope you're getting the story. If you have already identified how much it is that you're intending, what your financial targets are, then you have said how your marketing and your sales plan. So my sales plan to get this money is, in order to get this money, I need to market to the persons. I need to reach them. So that was my marketing and my sales plan. Now, there has to be a system behind this now that is helping you to reach those persons and to offer them the service. So this is now your operational plan. This is now your processes and your systems and your tools. And it may not be a lot because of the size of your business. But if you think about it, if you've ever purchased an online service, you go on, you make the purchase, you probably get an automated email that says, thank you for your payment. And then a few days later, you get another email. That's a whole system. That's a whole process that they have designed around it. So if I am saying in my business plan that for me, I am offering business coaching and consultancy services, I'm going to be reaching my clients through the use of social media. How am I doing that? Okay, when somebody comes onto my platform, what am I asking them to do? I'm asking them to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm also inviting them, when they go and read the details, to click the link, book a consultation call, and let's talk. When they book the call, there's something that happens. Which system am I using? What tools am I using? I'm using Zoom. I'm going through YouTube. You name it. So think through what you do in a practical sense and just write it down, right? Just think through the experience that you would want your customers to have and write it down. And these are some of the things that you're going to need. You may not have everything at once, but this is what your business plan allows you to do. Think through the things that you need, and you're able to document it. How will I generate this money? I think I was going the other way. The other thing is your risk assessment. We miss this part, and don't worry, large organizations that I've worked with also miss this part, because your risk assessment is something that you should be reviewing. Now, you're starting a business, maybe we probably never thought of it before, but if you have a business where you rent event space, a risk could be when there's a potential natural disaster. So there's a hurricane, or say it's rainy season, or it's snow season, whatever it is. The thing is, you want to think through anything that could negatively impact your business. It could be things like AI. AI could be a risk. It's a risk and an opportunity at the same time. But because all of these things are there, it means that, you know what, I need to make sure that I'm either educating myself or I'm preparing to exit. You can do whichever you want, but you just need to know what those risks are, and you need to be able to manage or mitigate against those risks. So While the headings in your business plan could be a certain way, I wanted to explain it to you in a practical sense so you know what you're getting into. So if we could just go back and look at, we spoke about why you need a business plan. We spoke about the elements that are in a business plan and the uses of a business plan. I think that is one that we may have missed. Uses of a business plan. It steers your business to growth. So for you, when you're looking at this plan that you have documented, one of the things that you're able to do is that you're able to think about your business 1 year from now, a few months from now. So you're not just thinking about today. When you're onboarding a new partner or an employee, you're able to provide them with a document. Loans or grants. When you're going up for loans and grants, a business plan is something that they need. And if you're also making a bid, for a job, they need a business plan. They want to know that you're serious about your business. And so that is what I wanted to share with you today in terms of business plan. Having a business plan helps you to be very clear about where you're going, what the aim of your business is, who you are serving, where your clients are located, how will you reach them, what systems and tools you need, and also to think about any potential risks that exist for your business. So I hope this helped you. I am Michelle O'Connor. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming on. Like, share, subscribe. We aim to provide you with informational content that can help you to grow your business and take your business to the next level. So if you are at a state now where you need to get a loan, you need to get a grant, ensure you have a business plan and come back to this video and go through the headings. The headings might be different, but we aim to tell the story in a way that you can see that your business plan is not a very hard document, but I get it. Not everybody's into the writing. And another thing I want to share with you, I was working with a client and one of the things she said to me is that whenever she brought employees on, they would be frustrated. I want to say this to you as CEOs and as bosses. When we are not clear about what our business offer, we also confuse the other persons who work with us. So we're constantly asking them for things in the moment, when if we had a plan and we gave it to them and they could be clear about what the business is about, what we offer, where we're going, what our approach is, it makes that communication process way more seamless. So I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you for joining. Have a great day and all the success to your business.